So, the Indianapolis Colts, this guy. Welcome back to the channel. The Colts. Still kind of floating back and forth whether to release Carson Wentz or trade him or keep him. Doesn't look like they've made a concrete decision. Reports earlier suggested that he was going to get cut. So maybe he still has a chance to stay in Indianapolis. Because Chris Ballard, his job is on the line here. A lot of receiver talent in this draft. A lot of receiver talent in free agency. A lot of good free agents out there. A lot of things they could do to improve the team enough and help Carson Wentz be better than he was last year, who I thought was pretty good. Didn't have the greatest season, but had a lot better season than in recent memory. So my question as to the Vikings, to the Colts. He's expensive. Not as expensive as Kirk Cousins. Say you cut Carson Wentz. What do you replace him with? You don't have a guy to replace him right now. You'd have to trade up in the draft to get a guy to replace him. Man, maybe not. Maybe you can sit back and get a Malik Willis or one of those guys, but they're not ready to take off and be a Josh Allen, Pat Mahomes. I don't think any of those guys are ready. Maybe Sam Howell. Malik Willis, definitely not ready. The only thing he has an advantage on is his running ability. But if he gets hurt, then what? You don't really have an answer backup even. So, if I was the Colts, I would either keep him and load it up with talent. You got the cap space and all, go after the talent. Free agency draft, be aggressive. Get younger, get stronger, get better. Get it done now and back him up and see, we'll give him one more year. If he has a bang out year and he plays excellent and takes you to the playoffs and championship game or Super Bowl, and you decide you still want to move on, he will be worth a lot more. You might even be able to get a first-round pick on him. Sometimes it's better to wait. He's still a young player, still a very above-average quarterback. I would wait. Or I would trade him if I could get a first or second for him, get a team desperate enough. That could happen. I'm not sure it will. I think he had a good enough season to warrant a late first round, early second round, or a early second round, early third round pick. Either first and second or second and third. Not sure. But if you keep him out a year and load up on talent, another year back with his former coach Frank Reich, who knows? You could end up benefiting big time from that. Because I don't think he had a horrible season. Michael Pittman, outside of that kid, name a weapon. Name a tight end. Name a receiver. Bet you can't do it. Yeah, you had Jonathan Taylor, who came on late. Keep that in mind. Came on late. Offensive line, you need a tackle. And you need a couple other pieces. You might give free agency to Ron Armstead, one of those guys, whoever. Or you can do it in a draft. Plenty of talent on both ends. I would keep him or trade him. If you release him, you're not getting nothing. You don't have anything to replace him. It's kind of foolish in my mind, kind of foolhardy and cocky. Like, oh, we're the Colts. Your owner's a bit of a screwball, impatient. I know that, but try to convince him to keep him or trade him if you get good enough trade compensation. Combine's coming up. Trades are going to start heating up. Trade rumors, trade talk, all that stuff's going to start heating up here next week or two. So I would keep him personally. I don't think he's that horrible. What the question you have to ask yourself, who's better that we can get without having to trade players and picks like a Deshaun Watson or one of those guys, Aaron Rodgers, whoever, Russell Wilson. Now you could get Jimmy Garoppolo. But what are you going to have to give up to get Jimmy Garoppolo? Because he took them to the NFC Championship again. And he's been to the Super Bowl. 49ers might say, hey, we want more for him than that. You never know what somebody's going to ask for. Especially when a guy know he has his issues. San Francisco ain't got the greatest receivers in the world. George Kittle's getting up there. I know they're talented, but they ain't that talented. They don't have the Cowboys receivers and tight ends, I can tell you that. Better offensive line, maybe. Trent Williams has been hurt, so is Tyron Smith, that kind of stuff. But regardless, maybe you get that guy for Jimmy Garoppolo, whatever. But can you replace him is the question. In my mind right now, without giving up significant draft or financial or trade or player value, I don't think you can. So let me know what you guys think. C for cut Carson Wentz, K for keep him, T for trade him. Like, subscribe, comment, hit notification bell, guys. Hit that like button. Super important. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps channel out. I can make good content and eventually get to make longer videos, better content, live streams, and do more for you guys. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.